up? It's your girl Z, and today I have Nikki Branch, the founder of Women for the Culture, a platform that exclusively uplifts women of our society. Welcome. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
All right, so I'm going to jump straight into it, and we're going to talk about Women for the Culture.
Awesome, let's do it.
So Women for the Culture is defined as a meeting place for women of color to shop, explore, learn, and grow. So for those of us that don't know about Women for the Culture, just give us a quick introduction.
Sure, so pretty much I founded Women for the Culture 2 years ago. After I had my second child, I was just in a place where I kind of felt lost. I kind of lost myself by having children, and I lost, that upbeat feeling of getting back into the business because I had worked previously. I had owned my own modeling agency at the time, and I was working for a hair care line. And after my kids, I kind of felt blah. So I said I needed a space where I needed to connect with women more. I needed to feel uplifted. I needed to get that motivation because I didn't have a lot of girlfriends at the time, and I wasn't going out, and I wasn't mingling, and I wasn't doing all those things because in heart I'm an introvert. So I really wasn't, doing all those things, you know what I'm saying, to get out. So I said, you know what? I want to create something where I can connect women online because I don't go out as often or go to clubs and things like that. It just wasn't my thing. So I started it, and it kind of just developed its own.
Took on its
It
own.
just took off. It flourished into something that, it took its own form. Like I kind of went in blindsided. I had never did a blog before. I had never done something like this. So this was out of the box for me. But I said, I'm going to do it anyway. Why not? You know what I'm saying? So, and once I did that, so many women just loved it. They love the message. I have no negative, nothing. You will never ever see a negative comment from us on anybody else's page. You will never ever see negative news on our platform, because I feel like it's so many, platforms who do have, negative and positive stuff, and kind of just a mixture of everything. But I want you to come to our platform and feel safe. I want you to come to our platform and feel like you can be uplifted continuously, no matter what time of the day, night, hour it is. You can feel that comfort on our website, on our social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, whatever it is, you can feel that. So
There's strength kind of women coming together.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Because it really helped me change even myself, where even today, I wouldn't have been talking to you right now because I didn't have the courage or confidence, and I didn't have that at the time. And Women for the Culture has helped me gain that, because I'm able to connect with so many women, and I get that through the DMs. I get that through my personal platform, and so many women kind of resonate with my story, and they want to share their story, or they feel the same things I feel, and we can always connect into that. So, I'm just so proud of it and where it's going.
Yes, I love it. And you lightly touched on your journey of what led you to actually create Women for the Culture. And I think sometimes people don't always see like the groundwork and the stage that led up to what now is Women for the Culture and what people see right now. But it doesn't always look so peaches and cream and glitz and glam. You have to go through it. And I know I've definitely had those moments for myself where you got to pick your own self up, and it could become a bit discouraging. So what kept going? What kept you saying, like, women need this, like, I have to do this?
So I'm a determined person anyway. So I knew whether or not I was going to keep going forward with this, because I felt like we needed it. I felt like I couldn't really find a platform like that. And I felt like it was just something that I needed to have in my life, because not even just for me, but for women everywhere.
Well, we appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
What do you want to be remembered for?
That's a good question. I want to be remembered that I was able to change my dynamic for me. And in turn, I was able to create a whole platform that I was able to change women perspectives on themselves, that I was able to uplift women without even knowing them with simple conversations. I was able to, you know, touch women's heart, because I feel like those times when you're alone and you don't have anybody to talk to, or when you don't have anybody to say, hey girl, you got this, or when you don't have anybody to say, hey, you know, it's going to be okay, just let's figure it out together. I feel like those moments are so important in somebody's life, because if you don't have family, friends, or if you're just shy or you just don't know how to approach people, I feel like my platform is for that. I tell women all the time, feel free to hit up our DMs. We have women all the time say, you guys are somehow the first people I see or quote I see, and it starts my day off so much better, because we're helping them throughout the day. So we consistently pump out quotes, we consistently are pumping out, you know, stories of women who have gone through something and who have changed their lives in some way. And even if you go on there, it's not even about me.
Right.
I don't, if you didn't know who I was, you wouldn't know I was the founder.
Right. Very true. Because it's all about encompassing and
It's not
other
about me.
women.
Yes, it's not about me. And, you know, again, no shade. It's not about me, you know, plastering my face all over the place, saying hi, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's about you. And it's about what I can do for you. And I want to make sure, again, going back to the underdogs, man, that's dear to heart, because even with the hair care line I was working with, that burnt me, you know, that burnt my soul, is that this young lady, Hair Credible, shout out to Levada Legacy always, she has a dope line in Target, and because she don't have, you know, tens and millions of followers, she don't have shiny new car, she don't have, you know, all this long weave down to her toes, you know what I'm saying, and all of these things, she's a mom of seven.
Yeah.
And
Superhero
started,
right there.
is a mom of seven who started a hair care line all by herself. And she gets looked over because she's not with the in crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that can be so discouraging, where you put in and you're pumping in all of this work day and night, overnighters, and you don't get recognition, or people pass you by knowing don't go well, that their line ain't doing nothing, or that wasn't created, that was through somebody who just basically just put the private label on there. And because either they're a celebrity already, or because you know somebody who knows somebody, and you got into that publication, or you got a shout out from them, all because you dropped a few $1,000 for them to, knowing, you know what I'm saying, this is a good product, and you don't get recognized. So it hurts. It hurts. It's discouraging. And that's something too. If you see some of the girls that we, you know, promote, or the girls that are on our platform, they have 500 followers, 1,000 followers. But they're important too.
That doesn't deplete the work that they're doing, you know?
They're important too. And they deserve it just as much as whoever else deserves it. And that's our mission, and that's point blank period. Whoever has a story to tell that can uplift positivity, that can help the next girl who might want to start a business like yours, if you can help her in a way by saying, hey, don't do such and such, or girl, I felt this way, but look where I am today.
Right. That is definitely what I use Z Talk as this platform. I use this platform to get the same message across, because full circle, you know, we don't always see the story that led up to what people know as the glitz and the glam of it. So just to have like that space and that room where other women could come and relate, because only a woman is going to understand another woman, you know.
Exactly.
So to have that space where, you know, people can sit, talk, and connect, and just say, hey girl, keep it going, just to get through those discouragement. We're here. We're definitely here on that. Tell me about your team.
My team.
I know that you're not alone in this, so tell me about your team.
My team is Camille, my publicist.
Okay.
That is my team. Me and her. We do everything.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, it was just me,
Okay.
probably for about maybe the first year
That's
or
usually how the
so.
journey starts.
Did all the social media. I did all the research. I made sure that I knew who my audience was in the beginning. And I know a lot of people say that, but that is so super important. You may look that over like, oh, you know, it's yada yada. That is just so important, is knowing your audience.
Yes.
Because if you do not know your audience, all of the stuff you're pumping out through social media and all the hard work you're putting in the long drawn out captions or important stuff that people can be missing, they're going to scroll right by it because it doesn't hit them. It doesn't hit their heart. It doesn't grab their attention in a way that you want it to. So that's something I got to know very quickly, is my audience. And the funny story about Camille is she was actually I think she was actually the first person who did a takeover on my IG stories.
And do you mind, can you just mention who Camille is again?
Montage PR.
Mm-hmm.
She is my publicist. She's also a managing editor of Women for the Culture. She's on the social media platform, and she kind of just pretty much took it over because I was on there and she do her little theme stuff and she kind of took it and ran with it, and I haven't been on it since. So I stay out of her way. She's just been heaven sent. And it's just one of those stories where God places people in your life.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And literally, he dropped her boop, right in my life out of nowhere, because it was just so random. She wanted to connect, and I said, hey, let's do an IG series. So she went on and she, kind of had us follow her throughout the day. And next thing you know, we were like inseparable ever since. And we just been riding it out together. And I think the best part is that she sees my vision and she sees where Women for the Culture is, and she believes in it just as much as I do. And I think that is no better feeling to connect with somebody who, may I add, I've never met before in person.
Wow.
I've never met her before. Never sat down and looked her in her face before.
Crazy. And it doesn't have anything to do with the times that we're currently living in, or it's just been better to work virtually?
No.
Crazy.
No, we just never, we just went running together. Like, we known each other for years.
Wow. That's amazing.
And it's just, it is like, I can't explain that in any other word but amazing. Like, I've never met this girl. I've never sat down and had a cup of coffee with her, but she gets me and she gets where I'm going. She knows me. I know her. It's like super crazy. Like, we were friends in the past before, you know what I mean? Like, it's so amazing. So, and that is my team. And we kind of do it together. Yeah. And we do it together and we make it work. Yes, we make it work.
I don't think that's something new that I learned, and that's something new that the public will learn too, that there's only two people behind the machine known as Women for the Culture. So keep up the work.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
No problem. If I were to speak to you 3 to 5 years from now, what will Nikki be doing?
Oh, Lord, I hope you hear me. Okay.
Manifest.
Let's first off, let's acknowledge, Lord, that your ears are open and you are hearing me, because I'm talking to you as I'm answering this question. We chatting right now, me and you. So I am hoping that Women for the Culture will be a publication. I am looking to be full-time, because that's one important element too. I'm not full-time in Women for the Culture. I have a regular job.
Relatable.
Where I work 60 hours a week, and I'm trying to do both. And that is so difficult and overwhelming, and it burns you out.
Yep.
And it's almost disheartening in a way, because social media can, in mental, make you like, I'm missing out on life.
Right.
And I feel like I could do so much more, and I'm not doing it. But it's a step, and as we all say, it's a process. Right. So I'm waiting for that process to go, and I'm just enjoying and I'm making the steps with the Lord, you know what I'm saying, to my destination. So I'm definitely hoping a publication will be in works, and I'm hoping that Women for the Culture will be a household name, will be a movement, will be a nonprofit organization, will be literally helping women in our neighborhoods, young girls in our neighborhoods. I can see benefits in Women for the Culture's name to, provide computers or provide clothes, doing drives. I can see doing, more things all across the world in communities, and just making a difference. That is one of the main things that I do want to do. And back in my younger days, I would have never said that. That was far from where I wanted to go. I wanted to be in a corporate office, maybe doing some marketing, and that was it. But I'm telling you, just the world and how it's played out now, and how things are going now kind of gave me such a mind shift as far as where I want Women for the Culture to go. But definitely that I want to be home with my children more, a lot more focused and involved in their everyday life, because both of my kids, like one has ADHD, and another one, he's my youngest, he's 3. I believe he's borderline autism, but literally when COVID came, we were just about to test him for it and we had to stop. So that's put a halt on his development, which is another thing, you know what I'm saying, that is blah. But, so just those important things. I just want to take Women for the Culture in another direction. I want to be home more and be more present in Women for the Culture more than I am. Because I work so much, that kind of hinders that. But those are some of the main things that I have in my mind that I do want to do. Memberships, and I just want to do everything that I can, because it's endless. It's endless on where I can take Women for the Culture. The podcast is doing great. We'll be working on season 3 for the podcast. So slowly but surely, we're elevating ourselves in many ways. So I can't wait to see.
Tell us more about the podcast.
So yeah, the podcast, Camille is actually the host. Montage PR.
Shout out to Camille.
Yes, she's taken over that, and she's just been doing great. We had Miss V on there. We had J. Cole, like Miss J. Cole, I think that's her name. She does all like the funny videos. Like her energy is awesome. We've had just so many. We had a teen where we did like a few teen interviews with young ladies who, are starting their own business. We've just interviewed so many women who all in different walks of life. Mm-hmm. So you can definitely check that out on all platforms, like, Apple and Google Play, Google Podcast and Spotify, things like that. So definitely please check out the podcast. We also have Women for the Culture All Access, which is a YouTube that she would like for me to host. So I'm pretty nervous about that, but it's all hands on deck, because we have a mission and we have goals, and COVID cannot stop what our goals are, or even just our own inner insecurities or whatever it is cannot stop the process of what we're trying to do.
I saw something the other day too that said that COVID can't stop your purpose. So it definitely can't. It may put a little slow to the progress, but it can't stop why you're here today. So
yeah, you can't go 65. You could probably go 45, but you can't go 65. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're gonna get there at some point. So you gotta keep that push, and you gotta keep going. I mean, I know it can be discouraging, and with everyone being home, which is the thing, everybody's starting their own business. So now it's going to be more, per se, competition in the world of things that you're going to do, but you are a creative human being, and God created you to be creative. And whatever he sets on your heart, go for it. Don't stop it. Keep going. If somebody else, or Mary, Jill, Martha, Teresa, Shaniqua, whoever has the same business as you, or doing something that you're doing, don't let that stop you, child, because you are unique. So something you're bringing to the table, Shaniqua, Martha, Mary, Ellen, whoever, don't have what you have.
Right. There you go.
So keep it going. Keep it going.
You definitely did some manifestation here. You definitely spoke some things into existence for yourself. So I think if I do connect with you in 3 to 5 years from now, there's going to be some great things you have to tell us about Women for the Culture for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And it's not hope, but when we do connect in 3 to 5 years,
yes,
you will see some great things, as well as for ZTV as well, because, you know, this is what we need, you know what I'm saying, to have these conversations with women in any walks of life, and to touch somebody, because somebody's going to be touched by my story. Somebody may not be, whatever the situation is, somebody just may be touched off of you and what you're doing. And the fact that you're taking your time out each day to discuss with women and tell their stories and spread knowledge and spread empowerment and spread all of that good stuff out into the world, that's amazing as well. So continue to do what you're doing as well.
Thank you, and we appreciate you too.
Yeah, girl, we gonna get it. Whatever we have on our heart, we gonna get it. We just gotta believe it ourselves.
Sure. Is there anything else you want to leave with us? A word for fellow entrepreneurs or business owners?
I would say just to stay strong. Mm-hmm. Don't get discouraged, because I find myself more often than I usually do getting discouraged. Mm-hmm. And this is all about being transparent. Mm-hmm. And this is all about telling your stories. And this is all about being real, not only with yourself, but also being able to let you know you can be real with you. I find myself getting discouraged all the time, because I'm like, what's next? What can I do? Because I want to go. I want to be out here. I want to be at the next event. I want to be going. I want to be speaking. I want to be doing all these things. And I think with what's happening now, it's kind of just putting a damper on that. But keep going. Figure out ways. Connect in your inbox. Connect on your social media. Talk more. Connect more. Even if you can't tell your story to somebody else, you have your IG series, you have your reels, you have your Facebooks, you have your Snapchats, if that's still going, you have Twitter, you have all of these platforms to tell your story, and to somebody's going to see it. And that one, share, that one retweet can be a change in your life. So keep going, keep telling your story, keep providing whatever it is that you're doing, because you are going to make a difference. Don't rush. Be patient in the process. Mm-hmm. That's another thing, because what they're doing, it probably took them 10 or 15 years to do. So I am only in year 2. So I need to pump the brakes and be patient and let it all kind of flow. Yeah. Because if I rush, I may do it and it may not be the way that I expected it. And now that's another disappointment, a loss of time, money, energy, and everything else, when all I had to do was pump my brakes. So just think of those things. Be patient and don't get discouraged.
And someone out there is definitely dependent on that message, and also for you to tell your story. Mm-hmm. So you just dropped some gems right there.
Yes, please do tell, because that's one thing I regret. Back in the day, I was just so okay with being in the back. Mm-hmm. And I love that at the time. Mm-hmm. But now, as I'm older, and now that I'm running my own business, and now that I want to go far, and honestly, you're going to see it, you're going to have to start telling your own story. And you're going to start to put your face back there, because you can only hide behind your logo for so long. And you only are going to, need to, because your audience is not going to buy that digital product. Your audience is not going to buy that merch. Your audience is not going to, come onto that live if they don't know who the heck you are. If they don't know your story, if they don't know how you got here, right. If they can't say, "Oh, girl, I can hang out with that girl," you right. can forget it.
Right.
You can forget it. So just do that.
Dropping gems, girl. You dropping gems. So I do want to play a game with you, if that's okay. I want the world to see the other side of me.
Oh, snap. Okay.
One out of the 2 of the dynamic duo that runs Women for the Culture. Is that okay?
Yes. Oh, I'm all up for games.
All right. So I'm gonna play a round of trivia with you, if that's okay. We're gonna play Isn't It Obvious? So
Okay, I hope it is.
how many items are in a baker's dozen? Ooh.
Oh, come on. 12.
13. I wonder
Come
what.
on now. We're starting off with the nonsense. Come on now.
In what state do the New York Giants play their home games?
Jersey.
You got it.
All right, I better, because if not, Mr. Upstairs would have got me on that one.
Gotten confused on that question.
Uh-huh. That was another tricky one.
What are grape nuts made of? Oh, wow.
Oh, come on. Nuts. I don't know nothing about no nuts.
Wheat and barley, corn and wheat, grapes and nuts, or grapeseed?
Let's do barley. Wheat and barley.
Right. You got it right. What?
I knew it.
I would have
had a feeling. I had a feeling.
I would have never got that one. Who accepted the surrender of the British at the Battle of Yorktown? 2, 1. Uh-oh.
Washington. Go. No. That was the first one I saw in my eye.
What is the place of origin of the Jerusalem artichoke?
What?
Middle East.
Middle East.
All right. North America.
All right. Let's just catch a hold of it.
We got two more. Loading. Where did the majority of the Pennsylvania Dutch originate? Oh wow, I didn't even. What's the Pennsylvania Dutch?
No, girl. So it's gonna be an eeny, meeny, miny. Germany.
It was Germany. So we're gonna bump your score up. We're gonna disregard.
Okay.
And
all right, good.
The last question is: where is the red-bellied woodpecker predominantly red?
Head. Oh no, child.
You got it.
Ooh!
You did it.
All right. Well, I got 4 out of 7 on this one. All right.
So did your best, and that is what matters, right?
Yeah, that's all I could do.
You did really well. So once again, please let people know where they can keep up with Women for the Culture. You let us know some of the websites. You guys have a podcast and the platforms, but just let people know where they can keep in touch and just, be able to.
Yes, please go visit at Women for the Culture on Instagram and Facebook. We also have a Facebook group that you can also kind of come on in. It is a private group, so we're kind of growing that. But I'll be really quick. And then you can also follow me at Nikki for the Culture. I am also the same thing on Facebook. You can go to www. I don't even know if people say that anymore. womenfortheculture.com. I don't even know where I got this www from, so let's scratch that part. And then also for the podcast, all platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google, all that good stuff. iHeartRadio as well. And yeah, you can listen on our website as well. So if you don't feel like going onto your platform and you want to maybe go browse around and listen to the podcast, you can do that on our website.
And that's a wrap. Thank you so much.
That's a wrap.
For me today. I appreciate
Yes, I enjoyed our conversation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.